Okay, welcome back. Congratulations. I'm sure you successfully accomplished it. Uh, the data collection and the data cleaning. Okay. Well, for the data collection, data cleaning, data processing. Okay, so for the next step, that it's gonna be super huge jump for you. You're going to create something new from the data set you already have. Well, to start, let me open up the Excel by typing the Excel in my search bar here. Excel, open it up. And I'm going to do an old-fashioned way to open up the work that we already done. I'm going to click on this open. And I'm going to browse that to see that what we have. Browse. Remember that the data set or the Excel file that we saved in OneDrive, financial modeling. Hey, here it is. Kill Microsoft stock. Click on that. Open it up. This is what we have done so far. We have the stock prices and the date. Okay, we'll continue work on this. Okay, the first thing I will do in order for me to calculate the stock return, I may need to reorder this data. Okay, so this is so-called I will sort the data. Once again, I'm going to pick up A, B, C, okay, those columns. Okay, I pick A, B, C columns. And I'm going to go here, go to the ribbon here. And then go to the item so-called sort and filter. Click into sort and filter. Okay, I have two options. I know that the data is already ordered to newest. Okay, if that's the option that I want, I don't need to do anything. But I rather actually this is going to be my desired order. I would like to have this data sorted descendingly, not from the newest to the oldest. So I will click on this one. Okay. I just want to make sure that we understand on the same page. See what I did? I picked up A, B, C, all three columns. Okay. Then I go to sort newest to the oldest. Okay. So please follow that closely. Otherwise, you may see something that you don't really want to see. Okay. I will do it one more time. Just make sure that we'll all do the same thing. I picked up A, B, C. Okay, all selected. Sort. And I click on newest to the oldest. You notice that after I did this, so this would happen. Okay, so actually I have from the newest data to the oldest data. Okay, so that's what I want. Okay, I'll pause for a second for you to catch up. Once again, for the later videos, if I go too fast, you just pause the video yourself. Okay. Well, now we know those are price, right? So Coca-Cola was $63.91, and Microsoft was 452.85. Okay. Well, as a proud owner of both companies, then I want to know how well they did. Okay, and how well they did, the measure for that is so-called stock returns. Okay, so I'm going to calculate stock returns. Well, I'm going to calculate this KO return first. I call it KO return. Okay. And the way that I'm going to calculate it, okay, is going to be, I'm going to be first figure out, okay, for the months from the current date to the beginning of this month, how much dollar amount that I already collected for each of the shares. So I'm going to input a formula here. Let's say, okay, so make sure that we are all on the same page. My cursor is going to be on D2, D2, okay? And well, my habit is going to be, I'm going to go to this so-called formula bar here, and I'm going to type into the formula. That equals, okay, the price for now minus the price at the beginning of the month, okay? And if I hit enter, so this is going to be how much that Coca-Cola has went up in terms of the dollars. Okay, so if you're curious about that, in real dollar amount, I can change the format to dollar. However, that's not what we really want yet. This is so-called dollar profit. Okay, so if you invest in Coca-Cola at the beginning of the month, you made 35 cents already. Well, as finance people, you may want to convert this dollar amount into a percentage. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do here. So I already figured out the dollar profit. Okay, and I'm going to put those dollar profit into parentheses, then divide by the price of the beginning of the month. Okay, so that's going to be the percentage of return just if you bought the stock, okay, at the beginning of the month. Okay, you hit enter again. Okay, so I want to say percentage. You say this is still decimal, but I want to say percentage. I can click on percentage sign here. But I'm okay with the decimal, so I'm not going to put the format as a percentage for now. What's next? Okay. Notice that I have done what? I have done for just one single cell, which is going to be one return for this month. But we know there are so many months, right? So what if that, we want to take the advantage of the Excel and let the Excel do the hard work for us so that we don't really have to calculate the returns for each of them, right? So that's what we want, okay? So what I will do is here, you see, I'm going to enlarge the worksheet a little bit so I can see a little bit better. You can see that there is a little dot here, okay? If I move my cursor on top of the dot, see that I have a hollow cross here, right? I have a hollow cross here. I move my cursor towards the dot. Now I'm right on the dot, okay? This is on the right bottom of that little cell of D2, okay? So my cursor became a solid cross. Okay, that's the time that we can do this so-called double click trick. So I'm going to double click, see what happens. Double click. Okay. You can see that, it automatically filled up all the cells down below. See that? Okay. So the returns are automatically generated by Excel. After that, we actually generated only this one. We only manually inputted one formula for this one cell. So that's how Excel can help us on productivity. Now you see how I did it, okay? So now I'm going to move to Microsoft return, okay? Well, you probably say, yeah, well, I already did this one, and we know this can be, if we double click, then actually it goes downward. What if that we want to go across? So we can do the similar stuff, okay? Pretty much as the same token here. I move the cursor to the dot again and have a solid cross. This time, instead of double click down, I'm going to hold my mouse and drag it to the right. You see the green the green box actually moving, right? Let me do it again. I was here. I'm holding my mouse firmly, drag it to the right until I see Microsoft return is being covered. And then I'm going to release the mouse. See what happens. Hey, yeah, it's dated again. And this time we also want to double check on that. Let's say if we check on the formula, we double click into the formula, okay? Now we say the formula automatically say this is going to be the current stock price minus the beginning of the month's price, parentheses, very important, parentheses, divided by the beginning of the month's price, right? So it actually did the calculation for us, okay, for the Microsoft return. Now we actually can do down below, okay, autofill all the Microsoft return as well. I'm going to do it rather quickly. I'm going to move my cursor again towards the little dot down here. And I'm going to double click. Here we go. I have all those returns. Okay. Congratulations. Okay, so you get to be very amazed by what you have done. You just generated the so-called new features from the existing variables, which are the stock returns. Okay, so let me quickly summarize what we have done. We actually derived the stock returns from the stock price by, first of all, sorted the data from the newest to the oldest. Then we inputted one formula for Coca-Cola, and we actually use our technique to automatically generate the other returns for both Coca-Cola and Microsoft. The trick we did was using these little curves, either double click for down or right drag for copying to the right, okay? Then Excel automatically followed the logic because Excel actually updated the formula. So for column D, which was corresponding to column B, so Excel knows that, well, next time for column E should be go corresponding with column C. So Excel did a fantastic job on that. Okay. Now you have stock returns. And for the next step, we're going to further clean up and move into a little bit more advanced formula so that we can make all this data set look fantastic. I'll see you in the next video.